this, I just want to let you know, was quite the production. I am currently using my pump stand backwards, leaning my tablet against it, and I'm standing on my guitar case so I can actually be at eye level. Otherwise, I was like this, and nobody wants that. So, anyway, I just wanted to check in with you guys really quick. I told you I would try, and I don't know, we'll see how this video goes. It was a really crazy day. I had a lot of company, and it was really great, and I enjoyed seeing everyone. I had family coming to town, and I haven't seen them in 3 years, I think, and I am leaving tomorrow, so I was really glad that they stopped by, even though they had a really long day and a really long flight from New York. They came in and drove over just kind of to see me and see the kids and everything, so that made me really happy. And my kids were melting down because it was late, they were tired, no naps, but I hope they understood. I was a little mortified, but then I just kind of let it go because I didn't want to get frustrated with them, especially Lennon, my 4-year-old, because he's really having a hard time with it. And I think it's finally starting to hit me because the baby's been giving me, excuse me, a lot of hugs today, more so than ever, and he just wanted mommy to hold him. And Lennon, I gave him the book that I read, one of those recordable books. I gave it to him, and he heard it, and he started getting emotional, and it's hard. It's hard to see him especially cry, because he's crying because I'm leaving him, and it's such an easy fix in his head because mommy doesn't have to go, and so he doesn't understand it fully, and the amount of time that it's gonna be is, I don't think I understand that either, and I don't think my husband does, and I've never been away that long. So that's really starting to hit. It's also hitting me that I'm flying. I am terrified to fly, and I'm so grateful it's not a long flight, but I don't like to fly, and I have not flown alone in a really long time, and I'm really, really scared about that. I'm also scared because I'm only getting about maybe 3.5, 4 hours of sleep at this point, so I'm afraid. I don't want to take my anxiety meds because I'm afraid I'll fall asleep on the plane, and then I'm going to be a real hot mess, so I'm kind of panicking that I did not get to bed. Not that I really could have, but company didn't leave till I think it was close to 10, and getting the little ones down finally, but still, I feel like, I don't know, I just, like, my anxiety, I just feel like I'm going to be fighting that overtired, and I'm hoping my third and fourth wind would have kicked in by then, and I just know I'm in for a really long day. I got my letter, and they tell you how, your day is going to start, and, it starts right away, and it's going to be a long day. It's not like I can go and nap or anything, so I'm nervous, and, I'm scared to leave the kids, and I think the biggest thing for me is I'm scared of really letting go, and letting this power go, because I was thinking about it today while I was driving, and I'm trying to figure out, like, what do I really feel is going to be the hardest part of this whole thing for me. Like, where am I going to really need to get over those roadblocks? And I think for me it's going to be the control. For some reason, my whole life, I feel like my whole life has been too good to be true. Like, everything that I've been given, like, I just got lucky. Like, it shouldn't have happened. I feel like I got the best parents in the world, and I got adopted into the best family in the world, and I got the best brother who was adopted. I got a wonderful husband and a wonderful extended family. I'm sorry, my voice is going. And I got these beautiful kids, and I feel like it's just too good to be true. And at some point, this shoe's gonna drop. And I've always, I guess, I don't know, subconsciously, like, I'm being wide open real with you guys right now, because I'm gonna have to do this probably every day, like tomorrow. I feel like if that shoe's gotta drop and something's gonna hit the fan, that maybe if God sees that I am so self-destructive, and I don't know where the self-destructiveness came from, I really don't, because there's a good sense in me that's like, why do you do this to yourself? Why do you do any of this? You know, the cutting, the eating disorder, the times I've seriously contemplated suicide. I mean, all of those, like, why? Like, honestly, what did I do? And I think it's a fear of losing what any of the things I've been given. Like I am a Jenga puzzle, and you just take that one piece, it doesn't matter where you take it from, and my whole world is gonna come crashing down. And I kind of feel like if maybe God sees that I'm wasting my life and throwing my life away, he won't go after anybody else, and he'll just come take me, because I feel like I'd rather it be me. I'd always rather it be me. And I feel that way even with, like, when I hear about these terrorist attacks, and especially out here, what happened in October. Well, I watched the news, and I followed it, and I read the stories on each and every one of those people and their families, and all I kept thinking about was not a single one of them did anything in their life at that moment, or really, from what I read, I'm sure, you don't know everything about everybody, but none of them were ready to go, and I don't know, I felt so selfish, and I felt guilty. I felt really, really guilty. I felt like it should have been me, and I don't know why, but I did. I felt like, oh, that's a mother. She has kids at home. She's got a newborn at home. Like, it's not right. I don't know why I feel that way, and I don't know why it makes sense in my head, but I feel like if I give up this disorder, and it's more than a disorder. I think it's allowing myself to enjoy life. I feel like once I say to the world, God's ears can hear, that I'm happy, that's when it's all gonna hit the fan. So I feel like this has always prevented me from that happiness, because I feel like that happiness is when, that acknowledgement of how good I have it, is when it's all going to be taken away from me. And I don't know why I feel that way, but that's what scares me about giving this up, is I'm afraid that I'm going to start enjoying it. And as much as I want to, and as much as I want to experience life, and I want to experience the simple things like eating dinner with my family, baking and enjoying it and tasting it and licking the spoon and all of those things, food shopping, going out to eat with friends, and just having that be just something you do and not something that takes so much planning and so much thought, and never in the right direction, always in the panic and to the point where it's not even worth doing. I'm afraid to. I'm afraid that God's going to see, oh my God, how did she sneak by? How did she get all of this? She's had it too good for too long. And I'm afraid of that. And I'll be honest, and it probably sounds crazy, and I'm tired and very over caffeinated. I'm shaking right now. I'm playing with my tube, as you know, this guy here. See him? This, I hope, is gone when I come back. I hope I never see this thing again. I am so angry if I get it caught one more time on one more thing. If I step on it by accident when I'm kneeling down, I'm done. That I'm done with. But I think I'm afraid. I'm afraid that's what's gonna happen, and I'm really afraid now because I'm leaving, and I feel like I'm really leaving control because I'm not gonna be here for my kids, and I'm not gonna be here to protect them, and I don't know what I'm protecting them from, but I feel really, really, really vulnerable, and I feel like I'm leaving my kids really vulnerable, and I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I'm walking into a trap, but I know I'm not. I know this is exactly what I need, and I know that this is going to be a really good thing, but the part of me that's fighting it is not stop telling me all week. Every time I catch my baby before he falls, or every time I see them do something and I'm able to stop it before they get hurt, you know, because my boys are little monkeys and into everything. The first thing out of my mouth is, I can't go. I shouldn't go. I can't go. And I know it's the voice, and I know it's the critical part of me, like my therapist says, the critical voice and the eating disorder voice, but you know, it makes sense. It makes sense because it's all I've listened to my whole life, and I feel like it's screaming at me, and it's more scared than I am, because it's you know, I don't know. But anyway, okay, that really wasn't supposed to happen. I was actually just supposed to tell you that I packed, and that everything got weighed, and I'm good to go, and I said my goodbyes, and I had a good night with my kids, and like I said, I am like, my heart is racing, and I'm panicking, and I feel like I just had to get it out, because like I have been pacing my living room, and I don't know. I figured, well, maybe if I do a video, it'll get my mind off of it, but instead, you guys became the ears to my venting, and I'm sorry. But anyway, I probably should try to get some sleep, or at least lay down and clear my head for a little bit, and please pray that my plane lands and takes off and stays in the air the way it should. My pilot got enough sleep, co-pilot got enough sleep, the mechanics know what they're doing. I watch too many air disasters and documentaries to fly, honestly. But anyway, just pray that I get there safe, and I will definitely try to check in with you guys as soon as I can. And as always, I wish you guys all the best, and I hope you have a good end of your week, and I'll talk to you guys soon.